Do we need a new party, a patriots party, something other than the Republican Party? The answer to that question is a resounding no. And what we do need, I propose to answer here. The desire for a new party is understandable. The Republican Party is exasperating, frustrating. It's like a party of ungrateful brats that need to be horsewhipped, because these are people who have benefited enormously from the infusion of patriot energy. They've benefited hugely from Trump, who has carried this party on its back, taught it to fight, widened its appeal and its reach, and the Republican Party appears to be such a laggard in defending Trump in this kind of moment of need and this moment of crisis. So it's understandable. We want a new party. Problem is, if you have a third party, you divide the vote. You divide the vote between the Republicans and the Patriot Party. We will quite literally never win an election again. This is what happened to the right in Venezuela. It divided and it essentially disintegrated, leaving the left as the only viable party in the country. We don't want to go down that road. Now, this is not to say that we don't need to do something. What do we need to do? I would suggest that what we need to do is hold the Republican Party accountable, refashion, if you will, the Republican Party. And some people might say, well, we know what that means. Let's get rid of all the rhinos. Actually, no. We need some rhinos. But what kind of rhinos do we need? The rhinos we need are the moderate or liberal Republicans in liberal states. A classic example is Susan Collins. We actually need her. Why? Because let's think about it. She voted for Kavanaugh. She voted against Trump's impeachment. Now, she didn't vote for Amy Coney Barrett, but that's 2 out of 3. If it were a Democrat, we would have lost all those votes. So a rhino in a liberal district is always preferable to a Democrat. The rhino will vote sometimes our way. The Democrat will never vote our way. Now, where we don't need rhinos is in Utah. People like Romney. This is the kind of useless trash that needs to be taken out in the next election.
The grave question the Constitution tasks senators to answer is whether the president committed an act so extreme and egregious that it rises to the level of a high crime and misdemeanor. Yes, he did.
We don't need Murkowski in Alaska. These are Republican districts, and so the simple strategy is to run patriots against rhinos in Republican districts. This will infuse more patriot thumos, Plato's terms, patriot energy, patriot fire into the Republican Party. It makes for a leaner, tougher, stronger party that is up to the challenge posed by the Democrats.